Hi guys, welcome back. Come on in and cook this dinner recipe with me. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's make some scallop potatoes. To the potatoes, I will add some seasoning, mix that well and set aside. Remember, all the ingredients with measurements will be listed down below. Once that is done, I will make a cheese sauce. So to a skillet, I will add some butter, allow that to melt, then I will come in with some onions and garlic. Allow that to saute for about a minute or two, and then in goes some flour. You want to also allow that flour to go for about a minute or so, and then we will come in with some whole milk. Once the milk is added, allow everything to thicken a bit before adding your cheese. The cheese I'm using today is yellow sharp cheddar and white sharp cheddar, but you can use any cheese of your choice. Once that is done, you want to allow it to thicken. Once it thickens, that's it. I will not be adding any salt, seasoning, anything here because the potatoes already has enough seasonings. We will add the potatoes to the cheese sauce, mix well, make sure it's well coated, and that's it. We will now transfer this to our baking dish. So like I said, transfer it to your baking dish. We will cover and place this in a 350-degree oven for about 1 hour. After an hour, your potatoes should be nice and tender. Now we will go over the top with the rest of the cheese. We will add that, put it back into the oven for about 5 minutes or so. You could set your oven on broil if you want it to be brown, but that's basically it. Super simple and easy. I garnish with fresh parsley, and now let's move on to the next. Now let's make some yellow rice. To a pot I added garlic, onion and ginger. Allow that to go for about a minute or two before you come in with your washed rice. Today I'm using basmati rice, but feel free to use any rice of choice. You will now season with your seasoning. The recipe usually uses turmeric for the color, but I'm using curry powder instead because I find it has a better flavor. So once that is mixed in, you will come in with your liquids, which are coconut milk and water. If you want, you can use chicken broth in place of water. That's totally fine. Give it a good stir, and you want to taste and adjust the seasoning like you see me doing here. You want to mix that and then, just let it come up to a simmer before setting the lid on and allow it to go for about 25 to 30 minutes. And remember, you want to reduce your heat to the lowest. After about 30 minutes, the rice is perfectly cooked, but we will set the lid back on and remove it from the heat. Allow it to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I will add some finely chopped bell peppers, parsley and scallion. I like to add it in last, and when the rice is done, instead of adding it with the onions and garlic and stuff, because I want it to remain nice and vibrant. The steam from the rice will cook it to the perfect texture and it will still remain vibrant. And yeah, this is it. The rice is all done. Now we can move on to the next. Now let's prepare some honey butter roasted vegetables. Here I have some corn, Brussels sprout, rainbow carrots, and some sugar snap peas. To that I will add some seasoning, and then I will come in with some butter and honey. You ever get tired of eating the same vegetables all the time? Yeah, that's me. It seems like we just eat cabbage, broccoli, and those things all the time. So I just wanted something different. And these are the vegetables I went into the store and just choose because, we hardly eat these. And yeah, we will place this onto a baking tray. Preheat your oven to 440 degrees Fahrenheit and allow these to roast for about 20-25 minutes or so. After about 25 minutes, they were looking divine. And let me tell you, the best one here was the Brussels sprouts. The corn was good too and the carrots, but the Brussels sprouts was chef's kiss. Now let's prepare some barbecue chicken. So here I have a whole chicken cut up along with 2 leg quarters. I already washed it, and here I'll be using some jerk seasoning, green seasoning, and all the rest I will mention in the description box. So look in there for the correct measurements and the ingredients. And people always ask me how you get the color on your chicken or your meat. It's the sazon. The sazon gives it great color. For the barbecue sauce, I like to mix up some ketchup with barbecue sauce and mustard. And yeah, we will place that into a separate bowl. We will add 2 tablespoons, and then we will come in with our seasonings, mix everything well to combine, and this will be used as a marinade for that chicken. Next, you want to go ahead and coat the chicken really well with the marinade and make sure it's, well coated. Now I remove all my skin because I don't like chicken skin once I'm baking the chicken this way. Now if I'm doing like a roasted chicken or so where the skin can crisp up, yes, then I would leave the skin on, but not for this one. So once it is done, allow it to marinate for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, place it into a large baking dish and into a 400-degree oven for about 1 hour. After an hour, I'll show you what's next. After an hour, the chicken is basically done. So what we'll do is coat it with the remaining barbecue sauce and place it back into the oven for about 20 minutes or so. This time leave it uncovered so that the sauce on the chicken can set nicely. And this is the chicken once it was done. I could have let it brown up more, but I didn't want to overcook my chicken. So this is how it looks, but it tastes absolutely divine. Now let's prepare some fish. So here I have some rockfish fillets, and I will add some mustard, green seasoning, some Old Bay and black pepper to that. Not too much because, I'll be using a fish fry breading, and that has a lot of seasonings added to it. So you don't want to season the fish too much to over season the fish. Once that is done, we will go ahead, like I said, and use the fish fry. This is the fish fry I'm using, and I added some cornstarch to it. It helps to make the fish extra crispy. So we will mix that well to combine, and then we'll start coating our fish. Once that is well coated, we'll begin the frying process. Here I have my oil preheated to 350, and we'll go ahead and fry the fish. Fry it to your desired texture. You like it super hard, go ahead and fry it that way. You want it just right in the middle, do it that way. It's all about your personal preference. Once it is done, remove, set aside, and that's basically it. And here you have it, a full dinner recipe. If you want to make this for your dad on Father's Day, I know he will enjoy it. Or you can take what you like and omit what you don't like. Give the recipe a try, and don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I will leave all my ingredients and measurements in the description, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching, and enjoy.